stateside over under 50.5, and rightfully so. At North Carolina State is the dog because you know they did barely beat. Well, I wouldn't say they barely beat UConn, but they didn't beat UConn up the way that you would want them to beat UConn up. They scored 24 points that day, and you would have wanted them to be a lot better that day against UConn. But UConn locked it up. It was a road game for NC State as well too, and it's really a get in, get out, just get the win. We move on down the road. Ain't nothing to see here, kids. So that's what type of game that was. Notre Dame, I'll keep it real. Notre Dame has been absolutely dominant in their first two games of the season. But we know why they've been so dominant in their first two games of the season. They played against Navy, who's probably going to be a bottom feeder in the AAC this year. And Jackson and who was it? Tennessee State. Tennessee State is a HBCU. So they just came for a paycheck. That's all they did. They did not come with any intentions of winning a football game. They came to pick up their paycheck. That's it, and that's all. So when I look at the numbers, Sam Hartman is having a hell of a year right now. And I picked him early on as my Heisman Trophy winner. And I know that we're gonna have to go through the motions, but he's leading Notre Dame to the 24th best scoring team in the nation at 49 points per game. Also, points per game against, they have done a great job as well too. They've actually only given up 3 points in there. That's ranked 10th this season as well too. They're averaging 500 yards a game, and they're getting 300, almost 300 of those on the ground, pretty much 295, and then they're getting 206 on the ground. And so they're playing a very balanced game, and their third down efficiency is third best in the nation right now. Sam Hartman has already thrown for 445 yards and 6 touchdowns to 0 interceptions this season. He's absolutely killing it. And he's getting a lot of help from Audric Esteem. Audric Esteem has been really good. 211 yards to start the year, and he had a hell of a game against Tennessee State last week where he got 116 yards, and in the opener he got 95 yards. So they got the running game in a good place right now. Also, Jay Love has been really good as well too. Jeremiah Love, very, very good as the spellback, and he's been able to get some good yardage out of limited touches, and he has a touchdown on the season. And then when you look at this receiver core, they are split everybody's getting some love right now. His top 4 receivers are loving it. I know they are. And he's getting a great effort from Jaden Thomas right now as well too. Jaden Thomas had a touchdown in the opener, and then last week he had 4 catches for 62 yards. So this should be something that we look at and say this is a good-looking team. I even said that Notre Dame, if they run the table, they will be considered for the Final Four this year as well too, because they have teams on their schedule that say they can qualify for the Final Four. Now, when I look at the Wolfpack, they are a different animal right now. They are kind of a team in transition. They don't really have much going on the offensive side. They did pretty good defensively, but it was Connecticut. So really, when I look at this game at the end of the day, this game really does feel like a 10-point win for the Fighting Irish or better, to be honest with you. So the -7.5, I think, is not going to be too much for bettors in this game. I know I'm taking it. I think that the alternate play could work as well too. If you guys said you want to do a 9.5 on Notre Dame to win this game by 10 or better, I think I might even throw that out there for you guys tomorrow as well too. So with that, we move forward. Let's go ahead and talk about what probably is going to be the game of the day tomorrow. And that's going to be between